Let's dive into our first film. It's called Through Her Eyes. It's a documentary created by the 2020 alumni of the Girls Voices Now program. It explores fear and hidden struggles that women face today and sheds light on the challenges of navigating a world where safety and self-awareness are constant concerns. So I want to know, as a woman, I'm sure the hypervigilance discussed in the film, including the fears like not walking alone at nighttime, resonated with you. It certainly did for me. So I wanted to ask, what stood out to you most about how the film portrays the constant awareness that women kind of feel the need to maintain for their own safety?
Yeah, so before answering the question, and I might actually throw it back to you because what I don't often get to hear is how viewers respond to the films that are made by our Girls Voices Now participants, aside from the premiere event that we have every year. So, as you mentioned, we're in the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, and this is probably the most important time of the year to be thinking about women's rights issues wherever we are. And it definitely doesn't get enough attention. And I often am very frustrated by that because it's at the end of the year, right? When everyone is celebrating their holidays and going to their holiday parties and getting gifts. And it's right during Thanksgiving for those of us who celebrate Thanksgiving in North America and everything. And the thing is that I often say that actually right now is the best time in history to be a woman, which could be shocking to some, but it's just true in terms of economic access and opportunities, political participation, education access. 50 years ago, women in the United States couldn't have their own credit card or take out a mortgage on a house in their name, and now they can. Those are little big things, right? And so, yes, there's still illiteracy, there's still poverty in the world, and all of those things disproportionately affect women. But when you look at the grand scope of history, like women are in a much better place than they used to be. The thing that never seems to change is the rate of violence against women. And actually, since the pandemic, that statistic has only gotten worse. It used to be 1 in 4 women will experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime, and now it's 1 in 3. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to headlines in the past few days since the 16 days started, but the most dangerous place for women is actually in the home. So yes, we're going to be talking about the danger that women feel, the vulnerability they feel, walking the streets at night or even in the daytime, because anything can happen anywhere at any time. But really, the most dangerous place for women to be, it turns out these days, is in the home. And this feels like a great tragedy to me. And it really says that we need more of the work that we do at Women's Voices Now, where it's you can have those top-down policy changes that like make a quota for women to be in government or, to be sitting on boards or getting scholarships to university programs. But if we're not changing the fundamental way that we see women and their role and purpose in society and in our homes, then that that statistic will never get better.
I think that these conversations are necessary to have, especially with your daughters. My mother, it's just me and my sister. She had two girls also, but we have no boys in our family.
Mm.
Um, so we would have conversations like this pretty not often, but routinely, just so that we were aware of not necessarily too explicit concepts. I mean, as we got older, the subject matter got more mature, but just certain things like, to keep not to allow people into certain areas of privacy.